Today's 2-minute fairy tale is about a man who marries a snake and a woman who knows that the best way to do things is just to get them done yourself. It's a folktale from West Virginia called The Bewitched Princess, and content warning for suicidal ideation. The story opens on a man who just really wants to get married, but no one wants to marry him, so he just takes a rope and goes into the woods to end it. He climbs up in a tree, puts the loop around his neck, and then hears this voice saying, "No, don't do it." He looks at the ground and sees that there's a giant snake. The snake says, "Listen, I like you, I'll marry you." And then the snake gives him some money and says, "Go and hire a priest." The man immediately agrees to this. He goes to the priest and the priest is like, "Okay, so what's her name?" And he's like, "She didn't tell me her name." And the priest's like, "Oh, okay, we'll just call her Mary," and writes down the name Mary. When he gets back to the snake says, "What name did he give me?" And he says, "Mary." And the snake says, "That's the right name. That's my name, Mary." So the snake, which is apparently loaded, gives him more money to have a house built with 365 rooms and to fill the house with enough meat for a year's feasting. And he does all of that. And so it's time for them to get married. So he hides the snake in his clothes. And when they go to the wedding feast, everyone's like, "Where's your wife?" And he's like, "She's with me. It doesn't matter." And he puts food and drink down his shirt for the snake. And then they go to the wedding ceremony and the priest is like, "Where is she?" And he's like, "She's with me. It doesn't matter." And so the priest marries them. But when it's time to put the ring on the finger, suddenly a human hand comes out from his shirt and they put the ring on it and the hand goes back in and everyone's cool with that. As usual in these stories, once they have their wedding night, she turns into a real woman. The flower girl peers through the keyhole, sees she's a woman, tells her mom, and they grab her snakeskin and burn it, and now she gets to be a girl forever. But while they're having this year-long party, this wealthy man shows up and makes improper advances towards the snake woman who's a human now. So she slaps him in the face and tells him to go home. He's so mad at her, he's like, "You have to clear 100 acres of brush in one night." And for some reason, she agrees to do it. She first sends her husband and his mother to go do it, but then halfway through the day, she brings them lunch and says, "Go home," and she does it herself because she's magic. Then the rich man says, "You need to build a bridge," and she does the same way. And then he walks out onto the bridge and it disappears beneath his feet. He falls in the river and drowns. And the princess had no more worries and the wedding feast went on as planned. As always, check out my book and my podcast. All the links are in the bio.